we'll get to play with the green screen while we're on here. All right, we're just doing the hangout out here in the high desert. Thank you, Father, for all things. Chat filters on. There we go. All right, good stuff. Heck yeah, I'm glad that's working. Let's see, better not run my battery down. 51. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. Gotta limit my time on here. Okay, hour. More battery, huh? All right. There we go. Think that'll work. And wish you know, I wonder, what would I do different? I don't know what I did different, but I got the green screen to work. Heck yeah. I wonder if it's something I check on the block or what. I kind of like that though. Got Where's everybody at? Nobody's showing up. 2 minutes and nobody's in here? Interesting. There we go. Let's turn the chat filter on. Chat filter. Top, show most messages with potential spam removed. Show all messages, including potential spam. Let's do that. All right, we got all. We're going to show all the messages. All messages. Boom. All right, there we go. He's hanging out now. Hanging out in the desert. Hanging out in the high desert. Are you going to your 4th of July celebration? Sale 250 years of an apostate nation. The corporation. Yeah, we got the green screen to work again. We're going to be rocking the green screen. See if we get this one to come up here. Oh, there we go. Be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man through the gates of heaven. What say you? Would you look onto her? Remember what Trump said? He said, I'm inventing a microscopic line of camels and we're sparing no expense. Kind of like that bombing around Iran, huh? Man, that was a lot of money right there. Went out the door. Out the door. We're going to fly over to Hawaii too, right? We'll send some B-2s in that direction as well. Might as well. We're sparing no expense, boys. It's the taxpayers' dollars paid for that. The tax cattle, the tax slave, the tax nation. Welcome to the tax nation, the United Taxes of Taxation Nation Corporation, enslaved by debt, slaves, punching the clock, like getting clocked, like ringing the bell, the time clock. You want a bell ball? You want a block or a rock spinning around in the circle, corkscrewing and spinning through time and space. Space farce. You guys know Mr. Space Farce? Nobody's saying anything? Space farce. Let's look at some space farce. Hey, there's some space farce right there. Condor. Somebody say something. Nobody's saying anything. Uh-oh, we got one of these chats where they're not allowing the chat at all. Oh, well. Let's go to top messages. Oh, you guys just aren't saying anything. I got a room full of nons. Nothing. They know nothing. Those are some pretty nice waves. NASA, is that not a space agency or not a straight answer? Yeah, I know. I'm out in the middle of the desert. My bad. Yeah, no, these are just still shots. We're just looking at still shots. Here, look at this shot. Show you that you're in the sixth. Whoa, you're in the sixth extinction cycle. Do you know where you're at right now in history? Welcome to the new age, to the new age. This is it. You're in the last book, Revelation. I am Pastor Apocalypse. I minister this revelation daily on the day. There we are. Welcome to the sixth extinction event. Welcome to the super cycle, the 12,000 year, 6,000 years ago. This rock was flooded. Remember the promise of the rainbow? He wouldn't flood it again. I've seen enough of this hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. Lot, get your wife, get your children. I'm bringing the fire, baby. This time, the promise of the rainbow. He would never flood it. This time, he's going to bring the fire. Yeah. As is above, so is below. Like Hall currents, huh? It's electric, kind of like the sun. It's not you. It's not CO2. It's the sun. CO2. Hey, hold on. Maybe we got some images of CO2. CO2, the smallest trace gas. Oh, my image isn't going to work. Dang, I can't get that one to work. That one's not working. All right, we'll have to go to a different name. So let's go back to, should we go back to space? No, let's go back over here to let's do your magnetic. Let's load some magnetism. Are you magnet? That's called the block domain wall right there. Speaking about building the wall, you got a right and a left brain. You know that? You got a right and a left brain. They say you can only use so much of your brain. That would be carbureted, like advanced or retarded. You tell me. Oh, well, like a restrainer. Oh, strainer. I got a strainer. How about a golden dome? You guys want a golden dome? You want a golden dome? Let's golden dome. I think we should golden dome. We should golden dome. We got a golden dome in here somewhere? Where's the golden dome? What happened to our golden dome? Let's find the golden dome. Where did the golden dome go? There's the golden dome. Look at that. That's the warp speed golden dome. Are you ready to be golden domed? Are you going to be golden domed? You know, like a dome, like the restrainer. Boy, they sure turned that one into Swiss cheese, didn't they? How about a toroidal? You know anything about that? A Torah? Look at that. Would you look onto her? Are you confused? Like fusion, nuclear fusion, fission, fusion, like push and pull. As is above, so is below. Left-right paradigm. Are you in that left-right paradigm? They got you in that left-right paradigm, don't they? On that block domain wall. The golden dome, baby. Yeah, they turn that Swiss cheese iron dome into... The iron will not cleave with the watery clay, you stinky muskrat. You stinky muskrat. Oh, two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. Yes. Would you look on to her? Remember, he said, "Hey, he's a file in a file pod, like two pedos in a file pod. Two wings to the same dragon. They're EpiPen Island boys, don't you know? They're island boys. They've been to EpiPen Island boys. Stinky muskrat too. You're going to think that old Mr. Warp Speed didn't have a. It was a big party they had there in Hollywood. Remember Diddy and the bath oil? Woo! That was a big old bed, wasn't it? The big old bath party. We need the bronze dome. Uh-oh, we're going back in time, back in age. Hey, way to get back to the future. We're going to go to the golden age. Remember? We're going to the golden age of wonders, boys. We're going to the golden age of wonders. You ready to go to the golden age of wonders? Let's go to the golden age of wonders. Because of the wonderful things he does. Remember that? Yes, Mr. Warp Speed. Yes, Mr. Scrooge. Yes, Ronald himself, McAbadonald John. Oh, sorry, that's my editor. You gotta look at my editor page. Well, deal with it, man. Go with it, man. All right. So, how about the Golden Dome? Oh, let's look at the Super Cycle, baby. Yes, in the Golden Age of Wonders. There we go. Would you look at that? You're going to get in your work camp. You see that millimeter work camp on the right there? If you follow the yellow brick road, it leads you to your work camp. Yes, your millimeter wave camp. When he said he was going to build the greatest wall, he wasn't talking about a wall around the country. He was talking about 15-minute millimeter. Oh, look at that wall around the country. That's that Golden Dome, huh? That's the millimeter dome. Kind of like the one on the right, where you're the straw man on the left. Yeah, the golden economy. That's hilarious. The day just crushing the economy. Yeah, we're just gonna. Hey, you think his buddy Powell, he blew Powell. Remember the bubble economy is gonna blow, and he blew Powell. You think he's gonna lower? Is Fed gonna cut the interest basis points 50 points? Interest rate 50 basis points. What's the Fed gonna do? The Fed, they're about as federal as the Federal Reserve, right? The golden, because of the wonderful things he does. Yeah. Here we go. Didn't they just, with that great big beautiful bill, create like another $3.3 trillion? Oh my goodness, they're doing it faster than they did it last time. I know they got to go faster than Warp Speed. Remember 48 hours, they created the greatest jab ever. Now it's personal fit, like a snapback hat, like Velcro, that, rips apart, and you can make it one size fits all, kind of like their Bung Julio jab they did, the 500-pound Russian bear guy, the big old dude, and the little 50-pound Asian lady. They all get the same one size fits all jab, baby. Now it's in 48 hours because the government loves you. Yes, the biggest drug dealers on this rock, the governments. Who's the number one drug dealer? Donald John himself. Yes, Mr. Donald John. Don't you know, with the Pfizer jab, they had you going in warp speed, like here we go around in circles, way to fly high like a bird up in the sky. Remember, they used to think God's in the sky. They used to think there was a goddess of heaven spinning the Big Dipper, right? Remember? Spinning the Big Dipper around the North Star. Yes! Remember? Mr. Warp Speed! Yes. He has his house decorated with the Warp Speed God. Yes, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. Apollyon, the sun god. April Fools. We have that. It's a little, hey, we got to do in the spring at the top of the page. What's going on with that? Well, that's inverted. Kind of like Adolf inverted. will have it all off. Well, they do. They have the whole calendar off. Remember at the equinox, equal day, equal night. Yeah, these people don't have any idea what they're talking about. I know. They think God's in the sky. They thought there was a goddess of heaven spinning the Big Dipper around the North Star. But these people were idiots. They thought the sun was dying, and they prayed to Saturn to try to slow the sun. But you can't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can lead a person to bliss, knowledge, but you can't make him think. Remember? Yeah, I know. It's sad, isn't it? Sad, sad, sad state of affairs. But here we go around in circles. So don't worry about it. We'll just go back to the Maltese cross the right, old galactic celestial cross. Galactic, that's funny. Galaxy. What are you, Mork from Ork? Hey, what about Uncle Pappy? That's not right. Robin Williams running around. The Golden Cross. Yeah. Hey, these are the extinction cycles. Every one of those dots is of an extinction. This is the last great 150,000 years extinction cycles. There's the years with all the, because of the image for, but anyways, every one of those dots. Do you know where we're at right now? Oh, you sick. Oh, my goodness. This guy's got, does that make me crazy? Sorry, got to get that idiot out of here. He's got to have a happy ending. That's disgusting. Hey, there's a thing called the chain. You can go pull your hub over there. Well, remember the extinction of the dinosaurs didn't all happen at one time. Kind of like they didn't all exit out of Israel, right? At one time, all the Exodus. So remember there were different Jurassic, Thoracic, all those different periods. So it wasn't a complete die-off like they say. But that's okay. Most people don't understand. Okay, the 13 colonies, states. Wow, look at that. Freaking George actually put something in there. Good stuff, man. Love it. Do. Not rubbing it. That's McDonald's. I don't eat kids. So, heaven is not above your head, so you know. Heaven is not somewhere above your head. A lot of people get that messed up. Nice. Yeah, I can't stand here. I got to keep it on my battery. So, but I don't know why all of a sudden the green screen's working all of a sudden again. So we're having a green screen episode. On to the next episode. Yep, there you go. Different levels of time, just like an extinction event doesn't all happen at one time, like evolution. People don't understand. They don't understand evolution, nor do they understand extinction. And it takes one to create the other. People hear extinction, they think everything just dies off and there's nothing left. Well, that's stupid. There's been 5 extinction events and there's still lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, butterflies and cucumbers and tomatoes and kiwis and puppies. I gotta love my puppies. Oh yeah, we got puppies. We got kitties too. We got zebras and we got bananas and we got carrots and wow, all of those things made it through the last 5 extinction events. What do you know? People don't understand what extinction means, nor do they understand what evolution is. They think man evolved from apes. They think Chewbacca had Wookiee with an Ewok, and now we got big feet running around on this rock. Ha 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 ha! Big feet. These take their 2 big feet and stomp right out of here. I'm a veteran. They can march one after. Put your left, right, 1, 2, out the door, or exit stage left or right. It's all the big show. Remember what Dabu says? It's a world stage. It's a world stage. It's a big club, remember? And you're not in it. Who said that? For a brownie point. Oh, I got kicked out of the Boy Scouts. I ate all the brownies. Oh, never mind. I never was in the Boy Scouts. Oh. Not after. Some during and some after. Some during and some after. Other species die down, other species evolve, and new species pop up. Evolution during the extinction, not after, during and after. So remember, it's a period. Not that means the end. No, see, you think death is the end, and death is just a doorway. You don't die. Who told you you die? You don't die. And the extinction event is on the way. It was how else the world is strong. We have to. No. Hey, listen, George, you're an idiot. We're in the 6th extinction event right now. Don't talk shit. I don't deal with demons, liars, or Nephilim in here, or idolaters. So don't be a demon. You don't know what you're talking about. Apparently, you don't know your ass. That means ass is somebody who's stubborn and unwillingness to learn. They can't be that they're stubborn like a mule. Remember, you don't act like an ass in here. I'll throw you right out of here. Don't lie. A liar is a Nephilim. So don't be a Nephilim. Better know what you're talking about, because I'm not going to let you lie about anything in here at all. So you might want to go back and study, concentrate like OJ Orange Juice, or like the guy who killed his wife. Or is that the same guy? I don't know. Was the guy who went down the highway? Was he going at breakneck speed? I'm not breaking no necks in here, but don't speak out the side of your neck. We're in the 6th extinction event already, right now as we speak. So you're a distributor of fortunes or lies. You're a demon, is what that is by definition. So you can't speak in here any lies. I'll throw you out of here once again. We'll pull the Donald Trump and fire you. We'll roast you. Maybe it'll be like a show. Where do they roast those people at? What was the name of that show? Maybe we'll gong show you right out of here. Oh, you'll get on my level and speak of schizophrenia. We don't have to agree. You don't agree with me. Now I'm schizophrenic. George, do you have an MD? Where'd you get your doctorate at there? 12 years. Where'd you do your schooling? Where'd you get your doctorate at, George? I'm a first responder, CLEAT certified also as well, military police. Do you know what CLEAT is? Probably not, George. We don't have to agree, but you can't lie. You're a liar and a demon and a distributor of fortune. That would mean you're an antichrist and a Satanist as well. So you don't need to sit there. Where'd you get your doctorate at, George? That's all you can come up with is you're kind of get me to want me to take drugs. Remember, you can cure all my, remember the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease and warp speed, Apollyon, Satan, the sun guy, right? See, I got you licked. You can get, hey, I know when I've been licked. You can get off your knees now, George. Hello, speak up. I'm talking to you. Where'd you get your doctorate at? Where'd you get your MD? You got some kind of psychology, psychiatry degree. Where'd you get your doctorate? You're not you could type a lot faster than that. George is an idiot. George is talking Stevie Wonder in his age of Chewbacca. He was talking about Chewbacca. Remember, he said, no, he didn't say Chewbacca. He's an idiot. Get out of here. You're going to try to accuse me of some kind of disease in my head mentally. I said, are you CLEAT certified? I didn't think so. Tell me I'm schizophrenic. I'm all of the above. Schizophrenic, I'm bipolar, I'm ADD, I'm high functioning, man. I have got ADT home security. Check that out, right? I got all the security. Hello, feel a little secure in here. Can you give me some security? Somebody call security. Oh, watch out. It's Paul Blart, the mall cop's going to throw his flashlight at you. He's a flashlight cop. Stop or I'll throw my flashlight at you. You wore cleats when you played baseball. Well, me too. I wore cleats when I played baseball and football. You have to wear cleats. Yeah, you can't play baseball or football without cleats. Hey, I used to sell O.J. Simpson cleats and jock straps at the swap meet. Heck yeah, we give you a free jock strap. You could come be a sport the team and be an athletic supporter. Get it? All right, never mind. I'm old school. We did some things differently back then. Remember swap meets? Not like swap meet Louie. I getting accused of being schizophrenic, manic, depressed, mad, pissed, angry. I get all kinds accused of all kinds of things, right? I told you I'm all the above. I'm high functioning. Well, whatever. No, that was for real, Brian. I'm not kidding. Come on, man. Help support the team, man. Right? Be an athletic supporter. No joke. I did sell O.J. Simpson cleats, though. Man, I wish I still had some of those. The Baltimore orange, man. Remember my dad went and bought out a sports store and went to the swap meet. I had a whole bunch of bike parts that I bought for some dude. I mean, my dad was a hustler, and so, whatever, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. We're trying to the last stream was about going after a judge, trying to get a judge thrown in prison instead of me going to prison. So it's like either I'm going to prison or they're going to prison. Somebody's going to prison. Hopefully it's not me, but hopefully Father, see, he created all things, so we won't have to worry about that. Did you sell him the knife? Knife? No, I don't think I even want to take a stab at that one. No, thank you. Blank. I'm drawing a blank there. Blank face bandit. That's kind of strange because a bandit normally wears a mask. That's kind of like a hypocrite. They're blank face bandit. Remember a bandit? Like, swiper, no swiping, right? Oh, remember, that was Dora Explorer. Never mind. I'm on the wrong episode. Sell. I love it. Is that not me, or am I just standing here beside myself? And yeah. Well, sometimes you got to have a witness, right? Can I get a what, or a witness, right? So, all right, let's move on. We'll move on here. You don't even know where you're at in the celestial wheel of time, but we are in the 6th extinction event right now. Welcome to the New Age. Welcome to the Book of Revelation. It's a right brain, left brain kind of world we're in here. So don't think too hard. You might break something. They said you can only use so much of your brain. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you. Remember? So, all right, let's move on in the conversation. We'll have a little conversation. So, what's going on? You feel welcomed? Uh-oh. I'm not trying to be nice. The word nice means to be stupid. And we're not supposed to be friends with the world. Remember, we're supposed to be in it, but be not of it. He said, come out of her, my people. Do not partake in unfruitful works of darkness. Rebuke them with light. If somebody's in the Broadway, all these big city lights. Big city lights. You got me running. Oh. Talk about the book of Revelation. I am Revelation blank. Would you like to go back to the time of the 12th sign of Revelation that John at the island of Patmos, he was given that book of Revelation, that great sign in the firmament, the woman clothed with the sun, the moon at her feet, and she would have a crown of 12 stars, and she'd be in travail, in pain. There you go. There it is again. There's the work. My ministry, our ministry, it's not mine, it's ours. My bad. I've never called it my ministry. It's our ministry, but I'm just one old ugly dude. And but the 21,000 makes us. So that's the Revelation 12 sign right in front of your face. They did this all over, Mike. There's 3 days of darkness that they put over this corporation, where they're going to separate and put people into work camps, Walmart bubble camps. But this all comes with that Revelation 12 sign on 12/17, right? No, 9/23. What's that have to do with it? Well, you think there's 12 months in a year, so you're a little confused. You don't think that I tell you that you're going to go into a Walmart work camp. You won't listen to me. You'll tell me I'm crazy. I've been doing the work for 10 years. Right for your face. All the work of this ministry. See, that's you on the left. If you're an American, see up at the top, American. No, not the top left. That's me at the very top left. You're down there at the bottom left. You're the straw man. That's not you at the top. Do you have wings? Are you an angel? What message have you come with? An angelos is an angel is a messenger. That's the definition of messenger, so you know. Angel is a messenger. Okay, they mean the same thing. So, Revelation, right? Christ Jesus, 12, he visited John as an angel, right? And gave him that message in the book of Revelation. Revelation means to pull off the cover, to lift the veil, to remove, to reveal, to apocalypse. Apocalypse means revelation. That is the last book, and we're in that book as we speak. The firmament declared, it's declared in the stars. Remember? The heavens declare the glory of God. The firmament, no. Heavens are declared, right? Declare the glory of God. The firmament declares his handiwork. And the handiwork is his stars. The heavens are the pass. See that super cycle over your head, America? Because they rule over you. It's like a crown. But that's okay. You don't understand. They do their, like their no kings ritual, remember? I come quickly, let no one take your crown, Revelation 3:11. If you don't have a crown to sit down at, right, at the Father, there, the Antichrist is a system, blank. It's a neuter gender it, and you're looking at, again, yes, the Antichrist is oppression. The Antichrist is taxation. The Antichrist is the revelation. Here, I'll show you who the Antichrist is. This is the Antichrist of 1945. And they're doing this to everybody right now. The people are too. I'm the only channel that's revealing this. I don't know any other channel that's revealing the 1945 923 ritual that's being played on the whole world right now. And I'm okay with it. I don't want anything on filthy rags. I wish I could strike the word deserve from my mouth and never say it ever again, because nor do I deserve anything, nor do any of us. He was out of just measure. So the Antichrist is a neuter gender it. And it's a system that they've been revealing, but not in the book of Revelation. It's been revealed by the trumpets. They're already doing it. We're already seeing this revealed. It's the 88 is the Antichrist. 88. That's right. Remember, it's 9/11. Revelation 9:11 says they have a messenger over them, the king of the abyss. No knowledge. Hell. Hell is not a place. Hell is no knowledge. Hell is not a place, nor is space. Space isn't above your head. There's no such thing as a planet. You don't live on a planet. Where does it say in scripture there's one planet? People he said don't add a jot. And people think they're spinning on a block. I mean, they say third dimension, so I think of a square, right? You know, like a cube, like a rock or a block or a ball. They think they're spinning on a block or a ball, a rock, a third dimension. Corkscrewing, that means in Hebrew, that's to twist or change or warp or add or pervert. Okay, but anyway, so they're corkscrewing or block or rock or ball on the earth. And earth is below your feet. No, you don't live on earth is the ruled. See, they got this all wrong. They don't read the scriptures at all. None. Like, what kind of meat do priests eat on Sunday? None. Get it? All right, never mind. They don't have any celestial knowledge. They think you can go into the clock up above your head is a clock. You can't go into the clock. Nobody's ever gone to the clock. Nothing's have come from the clock. There's no gods in the clock and the balls in the sky. We don't go to the sky because heavens are not in the sky. Heaven is the ruling class. Heavens are the ruling. Earth is the ruled. You're ruled if you're the earth. That too, blank. Well, because it's Satanists. That's this wheel worship. That's what you're looking at right in front of your face, blank. I don't have it. The spring is over to the right, but this is the Feast of the Yule, where they had sex. Remember, with man, beast, and woman, and they would throw their kids in the fire, eat your kids. Tammuz had sex with his mom. The one Donald Trump has his house decorated with Mithra, the sun god, Apollyon, Satan. When he says God, that's the God he's speaking of. He's not talking about the Hamashiach, born of Bethlehem. He's talking about the transgender God with breast, right? Beast, man, and woman. They'd have their bestiality ritual at the Samhain fall equinox, 9/23. 9/23. That's what this is right here. This 9/23. Push these work camps. And I'm not going to be the crazy one because I'm going to be on the other side of the door. Remember? What did it be like the second coming? He's already here. He's inside our hearts, you know. Once he takes, there's only, you know, one judgment where we all raise from the ashes and the dust at one time. One time. So there's your 9/23 right in front of you. On 2017, 9/23, after 40 weeks of the belly of the Virgin, Melchizedek, Jupiter exited between the Virgin, the belly of the Virgin, between her legs. 40 days to the week with a crown of 3 wandering stars, 9 Leo. Remember, the scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh returns. So 9/23 is the ritual. It's already here. It's already happening. 9/23 is the 1945 king. The 7th king is being revealed as the 8th king. 88, get it? 88. The 7th king. This is the 7th king that was locked in the abyss. And now it's being revealed as a Antichrist spirit. It's right in front of your face. They already clipped the copper penny. You just don't know who the 7th king was. He was Time Magazine's Man of the Year, the guy with the little funny mustache, not Charlie Chaplin. 1945, 42 to 45, they clipped the copper penny, put in the steel penny, took the nickel and replaced it with silver. That's the 7th king. Nobody knows who the 7th king is. It's the one Donald Trump has his house decorated with. Remember the sun god, Mithra? They went to the moon lander. Look at that moon lander right there. Look at that thing. Mache. They're trying to tell you they went to the moon on that right there. I wish I had a little, wasn't such a wide picture. They went to they didn't even have the, they call it now. What do they call it? We call it junior high school. What do they call it now? Middle school. They didn't have the middle schoolers do this. I think they had the elementary kids do this. Those are like tent pegs or like tent. I mean, I don't have the whole picture because it's zoomed in. I mean, you guys just can't see it on this thing. This is what they say. They would the solar wind coming from our sun is 775,000 miles an hour without any weather, solar weather coming from the sun. Coronal mass ejections, coronal hole streams, solar flares, right? All these things produce solar weather. It could take the wind speed over 1 million miles an hour, 1.5 million. We had a density hit us the other day. The magnetosphere like 2.2 million miles an hour. You think you're going to go to space and what you see right here? Look at that tape on there, guys. I mean, look at the only way it made it through the wrinkle of time and space must be all the wrinkles in that freaking paper mache. I mean, this is I wish I had the whole picture. I'm going to have to go back and upload some more of those. It's just hilarious. And people fall for this, you know. Why don't we ask Stanley Kubrick who filmed the moon landing, right? So anyways, we'll get off that subject because that's just hilarious. People are just lost in space balls, you know, Mr. Warp Speed. Do you find that ironic? That's his meme coin. That's his meme coin. Don't you find that ironic? If you tilt it on his side, why does that match his face? That's the coin he put out. He memed everybody with, man. That's where I'm like, this whole U.S. public is lost in space. They'll never be able to get they just too many jabs, too much fluoridation, too much chloridation, too much, you know, I don't know what it is. They're just never going to see it, you know? So I put these things together. It's like they don't, you know, they don't play around. They're not. And then they came out with the Melina coin, right? Or whatever, the Melinda or whatever, that I don't know, whatever, Adolf or, no, wait, it's Ivanka or whatever. No, I think it's the Melina coin. Yeah, right. But anyways, moving on. I just think it's hilarious. It just, you know, 2 wings to the same dragon, 2 cheeks to the same hole. Come on, guys. If you're falling for it, look at it now. The guy on the left said the guy on the right went to the island. The guy on the left said the guy on the right went to the island. He was on the flight. He's in the black book. You don't think the guy on the left went with him too? They trade lightsabers in their ice holes, guys. Remember warp speed, space bars. When I was older, Reagan called it Star Wars. Now Link calls it, Musk calls it the missing link. Yeah, whatever. These guys are playing people. Remember, he said he's a people. He can't get any. Do this. SHTF, we're here, okay? We're here. This is what SHTF looks like. So, you know, I ain't playing, man. No, I'm out here, around out here in the desert, building stuff out here. Just whatever. I do my thing out here, man. You guys play in your city. This is what I've been building. Here, let's the other side of it. Here's the side I built. It's just repurposed material, you know, whatever. I built trash to treasure because I'm just out here in the desert. I live way away from neighbors. Broad is the way that leads to the wide gate. Right? Like, yeah. Narrow is, here's the front of it. We'll look at the front side here. Some of the hold messages for review. That's funny. I don't even know if I've ever heard that word. That's a pretty good word. Never heard that before. Word to your word. What do we got here? I think we get a side view. Oh, there we go. There you can see. There's a picture of the farm there. The rusty cowboy in the background. I put the old water chain coming out of that's chain coming out of the. What are you doing there, Tango? Yeah, okay, out of the pump there. See that? See what I did there? There's actually two different sets of chains in there to give it the old effect. I take trash, and that's actually still a working pump, but I'm just using it for looks. You know, Donald Trump's set up his motif as Satan, Apollyon, the sun god. I do old stuff, you know. Repurpose, renew, reuse. I don't know what you guys do. You guys are city folk. You smell somebody. That smells some city slickers in here, boys. That's all right. You can stay in your cities. I'm not much for the cities. No, thank you. No cities for me. No cities for me. Oh, hey, let's look at the shelter here. This is the archive. We're archiving books with the word of the Father and all other kinds of good books. The good books. You see, I was still working on it there. I don't have that last step. I have steps all done. Going all the way downtown. That's 28 feet down in the ground from where I'm at right now. The floor is all French drain at the bottom. The stairwell is all French drain. Those are massive boulders that I built into the wall there. Yeah, that's the old shelter there. We're out here because the scripture says there's hailstones the weight of a talent. Talent. Does anybody know what a biblical talent is? What's a biblical talent? You know what a biblical talent is? You know anything about Revelation 16 and 21? You know anything about Honga Tonga? You guys are going to take me serious until it ends. And that's okay. See, I'm still working on it. Actually, I have all that done there. Talent, a biblical talent. It's a way to measurement. In the 1800s, there was hailstones the size of basketballs that leveled wooden cities because of the cycle of the sun, or magnetosphere, like that toroidal field that was showing you earlier. It collapses and expands on a cycle. It's called our solar cycle. We have a solar maximum, solar minimum. We go into grand solar minimums. We have many cycles, Heimrich cycles, half cycles, like I was talking about earlier, extinction cycles. We're in the 6th extinction cycle right now, but we're talking about biblical talents. A biblical talent is a weight of measurement. And there are talent measurements, but biblical talent has a certain measurement. And so, again, I have studied hail because it's something that I have, I'm a cycle guy. I like cycles. There's something about cycles. I like cycles. See, get it? Cycles. This is the cycle of the celestial, golden cross, as somebody said earlier, or they call this the Maltese or the galactic cross. These are all the different slices of time and divided about 2,000-year slices, like a pizza pie. And every time there's an extinction event, it happens on the line. So, thank you. So, biblical talent is just shy of 130 pounds. 130 pounds. So, they had hailstones during the 1800s, which is a huge portion of our history that they take away from us. And we don't get to study much because it's just been disappeared, if you will, like they do that every time in history. They erase the history so that you can't study your history. What do we got here? Well, I'm going to look at what I got in this picture for a second. Oh, interesting. I wonder where that picture came from. I wonder what I was studying that day. Must have been studying something. I got all kinds of my phones. I study stuff, and then I But again, Revelation 16 and 21 is a reference to biblical talents of hail, that each stone will weigh one biblical talent. And in that biblical talent, that is 129 pounds and 14 ounces. So, Oh, look at that. So somewhere between, probably 100 to 130 pound hailstones. This guy, he could be pushed off or jump off a 500 foot building and still, just so you know. Just so you know. I've seen it. Seen how people just love him. They revel after him. They do. Where'd that other one go? I wonder how much of that will show up. There's some artwork I drew. I did that with it doesn't show all of it, but just shows a little bit of it. I did that with a Sharpie markers. I wish there was more because I have like different other celestial, just whatever. My character meteor there looks more like a big old flying booger, but that's all right. I had to make it green. And the old galaxy. Where'd the other picture go? Trying to find this other toroidal field picture, but I can't find it. Where did the toroidal field picture go? I don't know. That's where we're at right now. It's the building that we're currently broadcasting from right now. There are scammers asking for Apple gift cards. All right. All right. You guys got about 5 more minutes in me here. We'll probably wrap her up here. Wrap her up. This is the pole that the cops came and wrecked and ran over for evidentiary purposes. Oh, you can't even see all the top of it. But another little shot at some of the silliness out here that I do out here in the high desert. This is the desert rat totem is what locals call this. Is this the one that the cops ran over and knocked down? So I haven't used it as of yet. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had that. I'm going to actually use that on because I don't use a ton of hot sauce like that, but I have been making some tostadas. Those might be good on some tostada. But anyways, this is the desert rat totem too. I'm gonna have to make. I'm gonna have to use that. I put that to the side, and I haven't used it, so as of yet. But I don't always do hot like that. I know that stuff's probably a little hotter than I normally do. I don't want to have the ring of fire, baby. So. But there's a solar light at the top of that lights up at night, and that's the one that the cops ran over. And I have taken all my forensic, marks when I was out there measuring their idiots driving right back over my, such as right there, I went and made sure I pulled all their tire tracks and pulled all the tread and pulled all the measurements, and here's where it hit the pole. I got them all. I got these people. They're done. Charge me with menacing charges, but they're the ones running over my property and harassing me and menacing me. Father will prevail. He always does. No matter what happens, I don't live in fear. I'm not going to sit and worry about what's already written. Don't worry about things you can't change. What worries about what you can, right? So, good stuff. If we can get anywhere. There's an image of the rusty butterfly. Backside of the rusty butterfly. Yeah, she stays outside. She's been staying outside. She don't come in anywhere. She don't want to come in. She quit coming in. That's good. We'll be able to see the rusty dragon. Nope, you can't see it, darn it. All right, whatever. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Appreciate your time this evening. Appreciate the support of the ministry. Kind of put together on that other stream here today that I really do figured out that Judge Vandenberg's really in a sling because he would not get rid of that no contact order. And that's what did not allow the cops to go in and look for Elijah that day. And Adriana, think about what I just said. Think about that, lady, and before I go. He wouldn't drop that no contact order, and I've been telling that judge for over a year to drop the no contact order. Even if he didn't drop the charges on everybody, he did drop Adriana's charges, or they, and no contact eventually. So he should have dropped that no contact order. I got abused for call of service. If something's happened to Elijah, he is going to be liable, criminally liable for that. He's going to be criminally liable. Because remember, I called and said, I think my daughter's been kidnapped and has been killed, and my son, and I think this is the guy who had him and got arrested last time. I said that too. So I've been pointing out the evidence that Marshall Radonich, when I got arrested, remember, on the second video on the channel that's uploaded, I say Marshall. I went down there. Her car was there. They denied. He is liable for that because he didn't drop that no contact order. And I had told him probably at least 5 times in open court to drop the no contact orders. So think about how much Judge Vandenberg is really going to go to prison. He's once I found that other grenade pin, I feel it's just totally different. It's a whole different mindset when I didn't know that they hit Adriana with the, with the grenade. That's it. So if are they together or are they separate? I don't know. So, what are you putting 2 and 2 together on that? What I'm saying in red on how he would have to be definitely, if he knew about it in the timeline, and I've been telling him for a whole year to drop this no contact order. That's why they didn't call for service. Remember, they threatened to throw me in jail, or because I'm breaking I'm breaking the third party no contact. They should have went at least look for Adriana. They should have went to look for my daughter. Irregardless if they have some beef with me and Elijah, she had nothing to do with this. And that even makes them in, because they dropped her charges. See, they dropped her charges. They're really in a sling there. He really put himself in a bad position there by not dropping the no contact order. See, when they wouldn't go look for her and him and my passport and the precious metals, just the whole call for service puts him too in it. So we'll see. I got a court date coming up. We'll see what they do. They can't do anything at this point. They're going to have to drop this case, but I don't know how they'll do it. We'll see what they do. We got, like I said, I already know that yeah, they just don't have any other choice. It's called due process. That's my Fifth Amendment right, and then Sixth Amendment is fair and speedy trial, and all that. Obviously, they violated my Fourth Amendment by hitting me in the face with a grenade, but they don't have nothing, so it is what it is. I can't worry about Father will provide. He will. If whoever's meant to go to prison will go to prison, and they don't like people who touch kids. And this person's talk about touching kids, and they're hiding their comment. Don't ever talk about touching kids. I'll report you for. I don't report very many people on this channel, but I do report people who talk about touching kids. It's never okay to touch kids, so don't talk about that unless you want to be reported. Father said to be better out of a millstone. These people I know. I don't know no religions. I'm not religious, so you can. I kind of agree with you, but don't don't accuse me of that. You know, my son is obviously a grown-ass man. I'm still trying to make sure he's okay. So, and I fight for the children of this country that we just destroy other nations and their children too. So, I'll talk about touching kids because somebody in the comment hid their comment in their section there gray, and it wouldn't let them. The comment wouldn't let you see it. And I was responding to it because it's kind of a thing in this channel. It's never okay to touch a kids. They're still touching kids at an airport, touching your little girl's slot because of 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. That makes no sense to me. That doesn't math. Touching little boys, it doesn't math to me. Doesn't add up. Never did. So it ain't right. Since the Wright brothers flight, no children ever been strapped with ordinances and run into buildings or anything. It's stupid. Just I hate this country so much because of that. So don't ever talk about. You'll be reported. We normally don't ban anybody or report people. We just put you in timeout for about 24 hours. The moderators have about a 48-hour timeout window that they can put. We don't condemn people, but I do not will ever allow you to talk about touching children in here and it be okay. So you get thrown in a jail cell. Normally they take care of people who touch kids. The system takes care of the rest. I'm not saying that that's what happens. So don't get stuck in general pop be touching kids. But all right, much Agape, Father is the one who condemns, not I. I seek no vengeance after no man. I just don't want. It's never okay to touch a child. They're innocent, so don't take somebody's innocence like that. That just never. I don't like it. It's occultic. It's Satanism, and these people are getting away with doing it. And, I looked at somebody talked about the statistics about how many missing children go. Guys, much Agape. You guys on the next live stream, Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.